Thank you, David. I am out here at Eagle Stadium in Rusk, where both Bullard and Rusk are looking to solidify themselves before the start of district play. The Bullard Panthers have been in some tough games this season and are still looking for their first win. They know they're more than capable of finding the win column tonight, though, after beating Rusk last year 22-14. Now on the other side, the Eagles come in undefeated and are looking for revenge on their home turf. Owen McCown is lighting it up for Rusk and is already nearing 1,000 passing yards this year. Now, despite their opposite records on paper, both coaches know that they could be in for a back-and-forth game.
Rusk is playing really well right now. They've got a talented football team, and again, you tell they're well coached on both sides of the ball, and they got some really athletic kids and they're playing really good on the offensive and defensive lines. Pretty impressed with what we've seen on film. And
doesn't matter who's 3-0 or 0-3 or 1-2 or 2-1. Both teams will line up and play extremely hard, and they're well coached over there. They got a good coaching staff, and we got to be ready to go.
Now kickoff, as always, is at 7:30. We will have highlights here on KTK for Friday Football Fever at 10 and on Fox 51 at 11 for Fever Overtime. Reporting live in Rusk, Patrick Cunningham. Garrett, let's send it back to you in the studio. Garrett, tonight it was homecoming for the Rusk Eagles, and they made sure to put up some fireworks for their alumni who came down for the game. Now let's get to those highlights. Rusk coming in undefeated this year, but Bullard looking to pull off an upset and get their first win of 2021. First quarter, Rusk is going to hand it off to Jermaine Session up the middle. He's going to break a tackle, cut to the outside, and runs down the sideline following his blockers for the Eagle touchdown. Extra point was blocked and returned by Bullard, so Rusk only up 6-2. Next drive, Bullard quarterback Aiden Baird, he's going to drop back and fire it over the middle to Clifford Douglas III for the easy touchdown. Again, another no-good two-point conversion. Panthers take the lead 8-6. Eagles quick to respond, though. Down at the 5, handoff to J.D. Thompson, barrels over the defenders, crosses the goal line to extend the lead. That made it 13-8. Next drive for Rusk in the red zone again. Owen McCown heaves it up to the corner. Will Dixon comes down with it and checks with the ref. Yes, that is a touchdown, and it is 20-8. Early second quarter, Bullard trying to stay in it. Handoff to Stephen Kemp. He makes his way through the defense for the score. Came up limping, but would remain in the game. He would have 2 touchdowns on the night. That made it 20-15, but after that, it was all Eagles. Let's check that final score. Rusk runs all over Bullard tonight. 4 straight touchdowns after that score. 58-22 win on homecoming for the Eagles. Now, after the game, I talked to Coach Sitton, who said he was proud of his team handling the outside distractions and stayed focused on the game tonight.
Every single week we try to be the hardest playing football team in the state of Texas, and they did a great job all week long, locked in on Bullard, focused on Bullard, didn't let, the outside get to them, and extremely proud of them tonight.
Now the Eagles soared tonight, Garrett, and I'm sure after tonight they will enjoy the dance tomorrow. Reporting live in Rusk, Patrick Cunningham. Garrett, let's send it back to you in the studio. Thank you, David. I am out here at R.C. Beauchamp Stadium, where tonight Hawkins and Beckville will look to light up the scoreboard in a big clash of small schools. Now, Hawkins comes in with 3 wins in the last 4 weeks. The defending District 9 2A champions are known for pounding the rock. They're putting up over 300 rushing yards every game and can wear any defense down. Now on the other sideline, Beckville comes in undefeated with a high-powered offense as well. The Bearcats average 47 points a game and are looking to avenge last year's loss to Hawkins. Now both coaches know tonight will be a challenge and have prepared their teams for a heavyweight fight.
They've got weapons all over the field, from the quarterback, running back, receivers. They're really, really tough, but I think our kids enjoy that challenge. It's exciting.
We're going to have to play well on all 3 phases of the game. We're going to have to kick well, we're going to play defense well, and we're obviously going to have to play offense well. So we're going to focus on the little things this week, try to get better at what we do. Not a whole lot of extra things that we feel like we need to put in. We feel like if we just do what we do well and execute the plan well, we feel like we can put ourselves in a good position to win.
Now tonight's winner will take a 2-0 district lead as we hit the halfway point of the regular season. Now, hopefully, Garrett, we can keep the rain tonight. Marcus has done a good job keeping us dry here so far, and we're hoping we can keep that through the evening. Highlights will, of course, be here at 10 for Friday Football Fever and over on Fox 51 at 11 for Fever Overtime. Reporting live in Beckville, Patrick Cunningham. Garrett, let's send it back to you in the studio. Garrett, this high-powered Bearcat offense showed out tonight, and they showed why they are one of the most feared teams in the state and why they cruise to a 6-0 start on the year. Now let's get to those highlights. Hawkins coming in as winners in 3 of their last 4, while Beckville wanted to remain undefeated. First drive, Beckville QB Ryan Harris pump fakes, runs up the middle, squeezes through the defenders, and puts Beckville on the board. Bearcats up 7-0. Now later that quarter, looking to score again, toss to sophomore Jacoby Williams, finds the hole, touchdown again. Extra point was blocked though, that made it 13-0. Second quarter, Hawkins needing a response, quarterback keeper by Jeremy Torres, 5 yards out, touchdown Hawkins. They cut the lead down to 13-7. Next Beckville drive, Harris, he's going to sweep to the left, patient following his blockers, and he is going to drag his defenders, reaching over the goal line for his second touchdown on the half. He'd finish with 3 on the night. Score is 21-7. Late in the half, Torres, he's going to fake to the handoff, tries to roll out, and he is met by a herd of Bearcats in the backfield. Ball comes out. Ethan Side scooping and scoring for the touchdown. That made it 28-7. And then less than a minute later, they actually would have a second fumble return for a touchdown, going up 34-7 at halftime. Let's check that final score. The Bearcats, they certainly rolled tonight. A dominating 61-13 win over Hawkins, getting revenge for that loss last season. Now, after the game, I spoke with Coach Ross about his team playing well in every aspect like he had been coaching them up to do all week long.
Excited. You know, we talk all week about it just being another game, but it wasn't. It was a lot more feel to it. Kids knew that. We're trying to use the word revenge, but, you know, redemption's a little bit better word for us. We were excited about what we were getting ready to do tonight. We felt like if we started hard and played hard, we'd come out victorious. So.
Once again, Beckville now 6-0 on the season. Coach Ross says he doesn't know when the last time that happened for Beckville, but they do have high hopes heading in for the rest of the regular season and maybe even to the postseason as well. Reporting live in Beckville, Patrick Cunningham. Garrett, let's send it back to you in the studio. Well, Sunday morning we had the NHRA Southern Nationals final in Atlanta, Georgia, and once again it came down to a battle between father and son as Kilgore natives Billy Torrance and his son Steve jockeyed for the top spot amongst the top Fuels dragsters. Dad was up first in the final qualifying session of the morning. Billy going up against Doug Foley. Foley, as you can see, had a malfunction, so Billy wins easily, but what's important is his final time. He wins with a 3.815 finish and puts himself atop the leaderboard. So then it was Steve's turn as he went up against Brittany Force. Like his dad, Steve wins the race but finishes just a bit slower than Billy, so the elder Torrance earns a bye in the top fuel ladder, but more than that, he is also celebrating becoming a grandfather.
How about that? You know, these old yellow hats are easier to come by than those winter hats, but I'll take this one. I tell you, this whole 3 weeks being a grandfather has been just surreal. It's just I haven't had a lot of time to spend with that little old girl because Kay has monopolized her, and poor little old thing, she's kissed a hide off of her face.
Now up next, the Capco boys will be heading up to North Carolina for the 4-wide Nationals starting on May 14th. Back here in Texas, Patrick Mahomes was in Arlington Sunday afternoon for the Rangers and Red Sox game, of course wearing a Kansas City Royals jersey since he is a part owner. Controversy in the bottom of the 6th. Joey Gallo looks at a called strike 3. Gallo doesn't like the call, and then the ump doesn't like his attitude and gets tossed out of the game. Manager Chris Woodward makes his way to home plate, and guess what? He will also get tossed as well. And just like that, the Rangers don't have one of their biggest bats or skipper for the rest of the game. But the Rangers would rally, and with the game tied in the bottom of the 8th, former Red Sox Brock Holt gets this ball to drop into right center field. 2 Rangers score, and Texas takes their first lead of the game, and they would hold on to win it. Texas beating Boston 5-3, taking 3 games out of 4 and giving the Rangers their first series victory over the Red Sox in 5 years. And Texas will now head to Minnesota on Monday to start a 4-game series with the Twins. Now the Astros looking to sweep the Rays this afternoon. Scoreless in the top of the 4th when Yordan Alvarez gets all of this one and heads it to deep right center field and gone. A solo home run and Houston goes up 1-0. However, they were tied now in the bottom of the 7th when Manuel Margot gets the grounder through the right side of the infield. Austin Meadows scores. The Rays take the lead and would keep it. Tampa avoids the sweep, beating Houston 5-4. The Astros will travel as well up to New York for a 3-game series with the Yankees. Now, the UT Tyler softball team made history on Saturday when the Patriots won the school's first women's Lone Star Conference championship. The Pats sweeping A&M Commerce in a road doubleheader, including former Hudson Lady Hornet Peyton Foster pitching a no-hitter in Game 1. UT Tyler softball, ranked 3rd in the country, was a powerhouse in Division III, winning the national championship in 2016 and is already making their mark at the Division II level. The Patriots will finish up their season on Tuesday with a road doubleheader against Oklahoma Christian. And now that's all for sports. Sarah, back to you.